straight from the back, posted in the act. Got to hit the club, we've been mobbing all day. On some Jono, VIP stats. Look around the club, what do I say? Everybody rocking side to side to the beat. Snapping their fingers, bouncing to the groove. All by themselves, that's the new move. Where I'm from, we like to go dumb. I'm soaking up the game, I'm seeing how it's done. I ain't shorty what they call it. She said the pool palace, straight from Bankhead. I said you're good at it. What you do, you and your crew. They even got players and thugs doing it too.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. And he returns this to the 22. Their own 22-yard line. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
And he'll stretch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Hurts. And that'll be incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Don't touch it.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Here's Hurts to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Don't touch that. 73. I know you with that. Hey, 73, 73. Don't touch.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Gets this to Saquon Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run their offense through him.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Great. Set.
They go play action with Hurts. Now a run here off the RPO. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Their own 18-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there, so bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 34-yard line.
On the give, it's Warren. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A handoff for Warren. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Second and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. That went out wide and intercepted. Down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
14. Steelers, nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Able to push his way through. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And they'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
Down at the 26. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Over.
They'll run it, Warren. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up third and 3.
On the run, it's Warren. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
26, 319.
They will run for it with Gainwell. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
No touch.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Two yards to go, second down.
158. Over 50.
They run behind center with Gainwell. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
50. Hey, you block over here.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Steelers first down. A gain of 5. First down, Steelers.
Throwing now is Rodgers. There's a screen with Gainwell. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and 6.
130.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He'll let it fly for Austin. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Hey, take 26.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the 1st down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
2nd and 10.
319.
Rodgers to throw once more. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
180, 180.
And Hurts going to move him around. Now they'll audible to something else. Hurts sets up to throw it.
To Barkley on the check down. And he's He's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to face a third down. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. Then the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
258.
From the gun to give the game away. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Rodgers. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles will take over here just shy of the 30.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see.
This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
2nd and a couple.
Barkley inside handoff. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
Boswell's kick is good.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, their offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Second down and 8.
26.
From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Get 300. Get 300. Flip it down.
On play action, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Andrew McCulba.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He's got room to roam.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Great, set. 180, 180. Alpha. Delta.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Eagles take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get to.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Keely Ringo picks it off. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Hurts. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's a give to Barkley. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Now Hurts looking to change the play.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Well, forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's Warren.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now a run with Warren.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Steelers first down.
Here's Rodgers.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
His throw incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Rodgers now to throw.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 50 yards.
At the 15-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Now Hurts changing up the play.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts.
And he's got this down to the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Great. Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Crowd left Yeti.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
63.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Again, it's Barkley. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll run with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
At the 14-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
This is Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 24-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now it's Rodgers.
And completes it again to Metcalf.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
And 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
18 more yards. That's another Steelers first down.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
First and goal, Pittsburgh.
Rodgers going to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Kenneth Gainwell
From 3 yards out.
And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Rodgers will throw for it. Now a run here, and now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
16. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it. But Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.